All right, hello everyone. This is Steve from Random Watch Reviews, and today we are going to be talking about the Ball Engineer Hydrocarbon. This one is the ceramic bezel version. Love it. Sapphire crystal. Awesome trademark ball crown guard. This thing is shock resistant, magnetic resistant, and it is a absolute beast. This thing is a thick tank. My favorite part about this watch, the dolphin symbol on the back. Very close related to what I do in the Navy. So going through a few things, this is automatic, has a ETA/Solita caliber inside of it that has been modified by Ball. Bezel action. Very clicky. Awesome watch. Very large and in charge. It's a little over 17 millimeters thick, which is massive. Got the links, alternating polished in the middle, brushed on the outside, and then the butterfly clasp. With the RR symbol on the clasp. Now I've heard some people mention these as micro adjusts in other videos on ball bracelets. They are not. They are for the diver's extensions. So diver extension pops out. See this little ball bearing right here? That's what's popping into this little hole. You can't actually adjust the bracelet. So fun fact for all you guys who are ball fans out there. The bracelet, the watch, super hefty, super resilient, beautiful. As you can see, very, very, very much so a fingerprint magnet. Constantly wiping this thing down and cleaning it off. But it is a gorgeous watch, absolutely gorgeous. I mean, it's under harsh light right now, so everything's coming out, but it is a gorgeous watch. The bezel is loomed with a blue loom that looks really amazing, and then obviously you have the gas tubes for the rest of it, which is phenomenal. Another interesting part here is the date section. The day is down by the 6 o'clock/5 o'clock area, and then the date is over in the 3 o'clock area. So that's a very unique feature to this watch. I do like the stealthed out seconds hand with the green accents. It looks really nice to me. When I saw the submarine warfare symbol on the back, I knew I had to have this watch. So now on wrist. Now my wrists are pretty small, probably like 6.5 to 6.25, depending on the weather, so fairly small. And this watch is absolutely massive. It's on the limit of what I could possibly wear, but it does wear really nice, and it looks great, honestly, on my wrist. It doesn't look like that massive of a watch on the wrist. It feels a little massive, but it looks great. It wears great. I would say my least favorite part of this watch is the bracelet that has no micro adjust, because throughout the day, if I'm working, as I get hotter or more warm, my wrist can swell, and then it'll get a little tight, and then if it cools off, you know, it might get a little loose, which normally is no problem, but with a watch this big, you want it to be a little secure, because if it does start flopping around, it's somewhat annoying, at least to me anyways. Another great feature with this watch is you have the double screws on each side, so that bracelet isn't going anywhere. This thing is an absolute workhorse. I can't wait to take it diving with me. I feel like this is the most diver-esque watch that I own, and I also own a Pelagos. But this thing is just an absolute tank, and I really want to see the gas tubes underwater, because that's going to be amazing. The loom is great. I would say the loom in the bezel is absolutely pretty much the same as the Pelagos loom. So if anyone has a Tudor watch with that blue colored loom, it's basically exactly the same on the bezel. Super long lasting, really bright, great quality loom. And then the tubes, obviously, they're on all the time, so you never have to worry about that. There is anti-reflective coating on the sapphire crystal, but it's on the underside. So you do get this shine to the watch, which adds bling, and I personally really like that. There's a reason Rolex does this on most of their watches, and I fully support it. But overall, this is a gorgeous watch. They do make the new versions of this in titanium, which is a lot lighter. However, I don't really like the titanium versions, the way they do the bezel. I really like the ceramic bezel, and I like the loom on the bezel. Obviously, I use the bezel, so definitely need that and enjoy it. I also, when I was looking at this watch online, I really wasn't sure how I was going to feel about the bracelet with the links. I honestly was kind of worried about it in the pictures, but in real life, this is absolutely gorgeous. Honestly, this watch is just gorgeous in real life. It all comes together. The cursive RR, the tubes, the shine, the alternating polishes. It's great. And the butterfly clasp here, this part that sits on your wrist at the bottom, is actually super comfortable. So some watches, and I may be alone here with this, but some watches have that clamshell design, and then if you don't get it exactly even, due to the way your wrist is shaped or the half links or quarter links, it can kind of get uncomfortable. But the butterfly, it just seems to sit perfectly, and it's super comfortable in that aspect, and I really enjoy wearing it. I really enjoy this watch. It is large, so if you are thinking about this watch, it is super large. It does hug your wrist really well, as you can see with the curve in the case right here. The bezel is held on by screws. I mean, everything about this watch is super tanky and absolutely durable. This thing could survive a nuclear explosion and keep ticking. It is an absolute monster, and if you need the toughest watch in existence, this is probably one of the contenders for it. So there it is, my take on the Ball Engineer Hydrocarbon Submarine Warfare ceramic version. You can get this through the Ball's website, also dealers online. If you go into a Ball dealer, they can order it for you. Usually in stock, they'll only have the titanium ones, but if you ask about the ceramic bezel, they can absolutely order it for you. Anyways, everyone, have a great evening and have a great rest of your week.